When you're ready to eat up miles and chase horizons, nothing beats the rumble of a Harley beneath you. Today we're breaking down the 5 best Harley-Davidson touring motorcycles that'll transform your next ride from a simple trip into an unforgettable journey. Whether you're planning to cross state lines or continents, these mile-eating machines deliver the perfect blend of American muscle, comfort, and cutting-edge technology. Number 5. Road Glide Limited. The Road Glide Limited is what many riders call the Interstate Express, and for good reason. If you're the rider who racks up serious highway miles, listen up. This touring beast packs the twin-cooled Milwaukee 8114 engine that cranks out 93 horsepower at 5,020 RPM and 122 pound-feet of torque at just 2,750 RPM. That torque hits hard right off idle, exactly where you need it for passing trucks on the highway or climbing mountain roads. What sets the Road Glide apart is that shark nose fairing. Harley spent hundreds of hours in wind tunnels getting the aerodynamics just right. The frame-mounted fairing slices through crosswinds like they don't exist. When semi-trucks blow past you doing 80, you barely feel the wind blast. The fairing pushes air under your torso instead of into your chest, which cuts helmet buffeting by 60% at highway speeds. Cycle World's long-term testers put 2,500 miles on a Road Glide Limited in just 2 weeks, and specifically noted that the shark nose fairing all but erases crosswind push. During a windy Interstate 40 crossing where semis were dancing in their lanes, test riders reported the Road Glide tracked dead straight. At 932 pounds fully fueled, this bike has serious mass, but that weight translates to rock-solid stability on the interstate. The welded backbone frame uses longer rear shocks with 3 inches of travel, soaking up rough pavement and expansion joints. Up front, you get radial mount Brembo calipers grabbing dual rotors for impressive stopping power. Since 2024, Harley has used computational fluid dynamics along with those wind tunnel hours to reshape these classic silhouettes for better performance. Storage capacity reaches 4.7 cubic feet between the hard saddlebags and King Tour Pack. That's enough room for camping gear plus a full week of clothes. Your passenger rides in luxury with a massive backrest, armrests, and adjustable floorboards. The quick-detach luggage rack lets you strap on extra gear without blocking the taillights. The floorboards are wide enough to let you slide your boots several inches fore and aft, which becomes crucial on 600-mile days when your knees need position changes. Now let's talk technology. Handlebar joysticks let you control the 12.3-inch TFT tablet, which has Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This way, you don't have to take your hands off the grips. Over-the-air updates keep the system up to date, so you don't have to go to the dealer to get new navigation maps. Cornering ABS, lean-sensitive traction control, linked brakes, hill hold, and tire pressure monitoring are all safety tools that come standard. When you use cruise control, you get about 42 miles per gallon in real life. You can go 250 miles without stopping for gas with the 6-gallon tank. Every 5,000 miles, the oil needs to be changed, and the hydraulic lifters never need to be adjusted. The belt drive usually lasts over 30,000 miles. Because it's touring class, insurance costs stay reasonable, and the warranty for 1 year of unlimited miles can be extended to 7 years. Number 4. Street Glide. The Street Glide brings that famous batwing fairing into the modern age. For 2025, Harley added a liquid-cooled 117 cubic inch engine to the regular Street Glide, delivering 105 horsepower and 130 pound-feet of torque. That's serious power for a bike that only weighs 829 pounds when wet, more than 100 pounds lighter than the Road Glide Limited. And here's where the magic happens for canyon carvers. The fork-mounted fairing makes steering feel lighter and more responsive compared to frame-mounted designs. This is especially true when carving through mountain curves. A split-stream vent under the windshield releases negative pressure behind the fairing, reducing wind noise and helmet buffeting when riding with a passenger. Rider Magazine did a 1,000-mile test and found that the fairing made upper body fatigue less of an issue than with the previous generation. They also liked how the preload adjustment knob was placed under the left saddlebag. With this new preload adjustment, Harley made the bike more comfortable to ride. You don't need any tools to change the rear suspension settings, letting you adjust on the fly for passenger and cargo weight. With foot controls in the middle and easy reach to the bars, and a seat height of 27.2 inches, the Street Glide sits a little lower at 26.1 inches. The riding position feels natural. Remember, torque down low and comfort up high. That's the Harley touring promise. Cornering ABS, lean-sensitive traction control, hill hold assist, and tire pressure monitoring are just a few of the current safety features that come standard. When you squeeze the front brake lever hard, the linked braking system sends some brake force to the rear automatically, making the bike more stable during emergency stops. The new feelers are designed to wear out quickly when scraped, and you can lean the bike 32 degrees before the pedals touch down. The Boombox GTS infotainment system has the same features as the Road Glide, with navigation, Bluetooth, and enough volume to cut through wind noise at 80 miles per hour. Popular upgrades include bigger windshields, heated hammock seats, and the Stage 2 Rockford Fosgate sound system, which delivers crisp audio even at highway speeds. Number 3. CVO Street Glide. The CVO Street Glide sits at the top of Harley's touring mountain with a price tag north of $44,000. If your garage budget runs deep and you want tomorrow's tech today, this limited production machine showcases technology you won't see on regular models for years. The Milwaukee 8V VT121 engine uses variable valve timing to broaden the torque curve while cranking out 115 horsepower and 139 pound-feet of torque at just 3,000 RPM. But I must say, the paint alone makes this bike special. CVO models get 6-layer candy coats with microflake, hand-finished to create depth that looks three-dimensional in sunlight. But this Horizon Hunter backs up the show with serious performance. The inverted 1.85-inch Showa fork delivers better rigidity and road feel than conventional forks. Brembo-style radial calipers provide track-level braking performance. Technology reaches new heights with the Bosch IMU, enabling corner-adaptive LED headlights. As you lean into turns, the lights actually pivot to illuminate where you're going. The seat features both heating and cooling, using perforations connected to an HVAC system under the tank. Rolling through 95-degree stop-and-go traffic, that cooling function keeps your shirt dry. Owners in hotter climates report arriving with dry shirts even in brutal heat. The 500-watt Stage 2 audio system uses speakers engineered specifically for motorcycles. You can hear every note clearly at highway speeds, even wearing earplugs. Despite all the extra equipment, dry weight comes in at 811 pounds, which is actually lighter than the standard Street Glide. CVO resale values consistently run 10 to 15% above book value because collectors grab these bikes as future classics. The variable valve timing needs no extra maintenance, and Harley covers everything with the same warranty as standard models, extendable to 7 years. Limited to just a few thousand units worldwide, exclusivity adds to the appeal. Number 2. Pan America 1250 Special. The Pan America 1250 Special throws out traditional Harley design to create a genuine adventure touring competitor. If pavement limits drive you crazy, this mile eater changes everything. The liquid-cooled Revolution Max 1250 engine uses dual overhead cams and variable intake timing. Unlike air-cooled baggers, this engine loves to rev, making 150 horsepower at 8,750 RPM and 95 pound-feet of torque at 6,750 RPM. At 75 miles per hour, the engine spins at 4,400 revolutions per minute in top gear. Yet vibration stays minimal thanks to dual counterbalancers. This chassis means business with 7 inches of suspension travel front and rear. The semi-active Showa BFF suspension constantly adjusts damping based on conditions and riding mode. Hit a pothole at speed, and the system reacts instantly to keep the bike composed. The 19-inch front and 17-inch rear tubeless, spoked wheels take any tire from full knobbies to street rubber. With Michelin Anarchy Adventures mounted, press launch riders were touching foot pegs in Colorado Canyon sweepers. The standout feature is adaptive ride height. Using a nitrogen bladder and solenoid valve, the system drops seat height from 33.7 to 31.1 inches when you slow below 9 miles per hour. For shorter riders who dream of adventure touring, this technology changes everything. The bike returns to full height within 0.7 seconds of rolling away. Rider Magazine called it a genuine game changer for inseam-challenged ADV hopefuls. At 559 pounds with 5.6 gallons of fuel, the Pan America weighs significantly less than traditional tourers. Electronics include riding modes that adjust power delivery, ABS, and traction control. Enduro mode lets you switch off rear ABS for controlled slides on dirt. The 6.8-inch TFT display shows all necessary data without overwhelming you. Cycle World's Sturgis test saw the Pan America outclimb lighter bikes on decomposed granite, largely due to Enduro mode's gradual power metering and switchable rear ABS. Chain drive means lubing every 600 miles, but off-road riders prefer the gearing flexibility and easy repairs. First valve check comes at 15,000 miles with shim under bucket adjustments that most owners bundle with tire replacement. Early 2021 models had hydraulic lifter issues that were fixed under warranty, and 2024 on bikes show no chronic faults. Aluminum panniers hold 1.2 and 1.3 cubic feet, plus an optional 1.5 cubic foot top box, enough for serious adventure touring. The Special comes standard with skid plate and brush guards. Number 1. Triglide Ultra. But what if two wheels still feel sketchy after decades of riding? Enter our number 1 pick. The Triglide Ultra tops our list for riders wanting maximum stability and storage. This three-wheeler eliminates balance concerns while providing car-like cargo capacity. The twin-cooled Milwaukee 8114 delivers 93 horsepower and 120 pound-feet to motivate the extra weight. Measuring 105.1 inches long, this is a substantial machine built for serious touring. Those dual rear wheels completely change how you ride. Rain grooves, metal grates, and loose gravel become non-issues. Crosswinds barely register. The linked braking with traction control prevents rear wheel lockup even on steep downhills. For riders with physical limitations, or anyone preferring ultimate stability, the Triglide opens up touring possibilities. Storage reaches automotive levels with a 50-pound capacity trunk, plus 2.4 cubic feet in the tour pack. Add the fairing pockets and saddlebags, and you can pack for weeks without leaving anything behind. The electric reverse, activated by the thumb switch, makes parking simple even fully loaded. A factory air wing rack tops the tour pack, where many owners strap fold-out chairs for rally camping. Passenger comfort might be the best in motorcycling. Your co-pilot gets a wide seat, full backrest, armrests, and floorboards. The vented batwing fairing protects both riders from wind blast. Standard features include boombox GTS navigation, cruise control, and a 1,350-watt alternator powering heated gear and accessories for both riders. Steering takes more effort than two wheels due to 30-degree rake and 6.7-inch trail, but the geometry keeps handling predictable. Since trikes don't lean, you learn to trust the front tire and use body position to help turn. The learning curve is short, and the confidence boost is immediate. Now for honorable mention, if you prefer instead a lighter platform, Harley offers compelling cruiser-based touring alternatives. The Lowrider ST blends Dyna-style attitude with lockable side cases holding 1.9 cubic feet total and a frame-mounted FXRT-inspired fairing. Its high-output 117 breathes through a forward-facing heavy breather intake, delivering 103 horsepower and 125 pound-feet at the wheel according to Cycle World dyno runs. With 28 degrees of lean angle and 720 pounds wet weight, you can attack canyons all Saturday, add a tall screen, and knock out 400 miles Sunday without needing a chiropractor. The T-Sport soft tail bag adds extra capacity for 3-day runs. The Heritage Classic delivers 1950s cool with 2025 performance. Now carrying the 117 cubic inch mill, self-canceling turn signals, and quick detach windshield, this nostalgic cruiser hides modern capability. The leather-look saddlebags are actually composite shells with weather seals, holding nearly as much as a Street Glide's hard bags without added width. Cruise control, full LED lighting, and a relaxed 26.3-inch seat height make it popular among riders transitioning from metric cruisers. Cycle World's test editor praised its linear power band and confidence-inspiring handling. Looking at ownership economics, depreciation varies by model. Grand American Tourers lose about 8% in the first year, while CVOs only drop 6%. Pan Americas depreciate 10%, Cruisers 9%, and Triglides just 5%. A 10,000-mile service runs $385 for Grand American models, $420 for CVOs and trikes, $480 for the Pan America, and $350 for cruisers at average dealer pricing. Typical insurance for a 40-year-old rider with clean record ranges from $430 yearly for cruisers up to $540 for CVOs. Harley's massive dealer network numbers over 650 locations in the US, plus another 900 worldwide, a serious advantage when touring remote areas. The 5-year unlimited mileage extended service plan costs roughly $1,600 and transfers to new owners, boosting resale value. Choosing your touring Harley depends on how you actually ride. Interstate warriors need the Road Glide Limited's unmatched wind protection and massive storage. Canyon carvers prefer the Street Glide's lighter weight and responsive handling. Deep pocket riders wanting tomorrow's tech today go CVO. Adventure seekers who refuse pavement limits choose the Pan America. Riders prioritizing stability pick the Triglide Ultra. These 5 Harley-Davidson touring motorcycles take different approaches, but share the same DNA. American V-twin power, smart ergonomics, and the ability to turn any ride into an adventure. Pick your machine and chase that horizon.